Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our Saturday live broadcast. I want to remind all of my coaching students who are here that we're going to have our special mastermind session at 1 o'clock. So the same link that you used to get in the last mastermind session will work for you today. So we are broadcasting live on Facebook and LinkedIn and my YouTube channel. So I want to wish all of you Happy New Year. And for those of you that are students, if you got any questions, please type them in the chat window. Starting off in January, in our January bootcamp, we're going to focus on how you can use New Year's resolutions and goals as a way to start conversations with people. So I'm going to ask all of you, what are your New Year's resolutions for this year? What are your goals? Where do you want to be in your business 90 days from now? Now, it all starts with your profile. Having people out there that having a profile that people can see. It's easy to identify perfect prospects on LinkedIn and Facebook from just the information on their profile. Social networking law number one, what you see is what you get. And by the same token, what people see on your profile is what they expect you want to talk about. So it's easy to identify prospects based on their daily activity and their answers to some simple questions. Because at the end of the day, it's all about conversation. You will close more sales when you talk to more qualified people. Now, in January, we're going to be introducing new powerful recruiting techniques for LinkedIn and Facebook using video tactics and texting tactics that will increase dramatically your results. Create instant relationships on LinkedIn and Facebook. Again, these new tactics are phenomenal. You're also going to use them when you employ our project launch scripts. LinkedIn has made a number of serious changes. It's easy to search for people, but their searching features are now radically different. We're all fishing in the same pool, but your search results are going to be different than other people's search results. And it's all going to be determined by what we like to call your social media DNA. The way you create your profile, the words you use to describe yourself will expose you to more people if people can see you. Let me jump over to LinkedIn really quick. And I want to remind all of you that are registered for the January bootcamp, you don't have to wait until Thursday. You could actually review the recorded sessions of our December boot camp and get started. In January, we're going to have an extra session. Create your page, connect with people, communicate with them, close them, and the daily routine of top earners, how to develop your $1 million mindset. So I'm going to pop over here and let's take a look. And so Lynn, I'm going to guess that's you. So Lynn, I'm going to tell you the same thing I would tell anybody. Lynn, is that you?
He said that him and his friend went there, and his friend is like a lot darker than he is, and they stopped there, and like a little girl like saw them and was just like, and like ran to their mom, and they're just like, if that happened to me, I would play that. Like you know how the Bridget in that movie, he's like, look, yeah.
Lynn.
He says that he went to like a racist town somewhere else, and like another little girl was just like saw them and like told their mom, and the mom came over and was just like,
Wow. It's too bad Lynn's not going to hear this. Because what Lynn is doing, this doesn't work. Right? Whether she's marketing and selling the power lead system, or she's selling, let me look in the chat. Okay. Whether you're selling Isagenix, Nu Skin, or whatever. This profile can't possibly work for you. So if you're waiting for people, so you're in Market America, and you're promoting the power lead system. Now there are close to 100 million people on LinkedIn that are looking for an opportunity, but you're never going to connect with any of these people. Why? Because when you reach out to them and you let them know you're a network marketer, they're going to ignore you. I'm going to send you a connection request on LinkedIn. Now, I want to point something else out. I'm going to go over here to my network. And so one of the things that LinkedIn is doing is they're constantly pushing people at you. So I want to come over here to my connections. All right. Now, let's take a look at yesterday, I get a connection request from Lauren. So let's take a look at her profile. Chief Executive Officer, Sharehold, Angel Investors. And here she says she's in Miami, Florida. When you go ahead and read the About section, 10 years of experience in the medical beauty industry. He is a leader. Ten-year career in the medical field. People are throwing these profiles together. Singapore. One easy clue. Because this is a bogus profile. Go ahead and click at the picture. You're going to see similarities. Let's come down here. Look at this one here. The sooner you recognize the people who are real from the people that aren't, the more successful you're going to be. And what's starting to happen is when you connect with one person with a bogus profile. Here's another one. 5 days ago. It's what we're getting used to on Facebook is starting to happen on LinkedIn. So if you stick to the scripts, you stick to the program, you can quickly identify the people that you want to continue to talk to, distinguish them from the people that you don't. And that's the way it's going to work. It's almost like, let's go up here and take a look at so you're just getting started. your profile is going to enable you to talk to more people. And the more you have in common with other people, your location, your mutual friends, the keywords on your profile, the better matchups you're going to get. So when we search, you can search for people by country. When you do your searches, the people in your area are going to come up first, based on other pieces of your DNA. Like, what do you do? Where did you go to school? Search for people by state or city. Search for people by distance from a postal code. LinkedIn has the best searching features of any social network. But you have to remember, and this is a key point, sales is a numbers game. You have access on LinkedIn to 900 million people. You could pick out by the contents of their profile the people that you want to talk to, distinguish them from the people that you don't. It's basically this simple. The law of numbers favors you. Everybody that you could possibly connect with on LinkedIn is represented in that bowl of candy and nuts. So when you first begin talking to people that you think are prospects on LinkedIn and Facebook, you must first qualify your prospects in order to find the people who would be open to learning more about your business. And since you have so many prospects to choose from, you only want to talk to the most qualified people. So we need to identify and select them. And they all fall into different categories. Once we select them, we qualify them by having a conversation and asking a few simple, good questions. And we close the qualified prospects that need or want what you're selling. In that bowl of candy, the green M&Ms are business builders. People that want to make extra or full-time income from home. The yellow M&Ms are unhappy network marketers that are seriously looking for another company. The blue M&Ms are active network marketers that are open to looking at your business. Now, for those of you that are in Isagenix, there was a big announcement on Tuesday. They finalized a deal with an investment group. So Isagenix is in the middle of a restructure. Everybody's excited about it. On Tuesday night at 9 o'clock, we're going to do a special training for everybody in Isagenix. Show you how to take advantage of all of this good news. For those of you that are in Maliluca, I understand today, they're making a big announcement about a new series of products, that a whole new product line, and I believe it's going to be about beef. You can reach out, connect with people that are the orange M&Ms. They're recession victims looking for a new way to make money from home and survive financially because they've lost their jobs. The affiliate and internet marketers, the brown M&Ms, are trying to make money selling things on the internet, and they would be interested in what you're doing because what they're doing doesn't generate residual income. And of course, the red M&Ms are customers. People that would eagerly buy your products could become business builders later. You walked into a room with 1,000 people, and you could pick out the 100 people in the room that are actively looking for business because they're wearing green shirts. That's the power of social media. However, when people look at your profile and they see what you're selling, when they see that you are actively promoting whatever it is you're promoting, don't think for a minute that you're the only person in your business that is reaching out to people, because you're not. So if somebody in your company or dozens of people in your company have already buried your prospects with business, they're not going to say anything about you. So it's all about your ability to reach out and talk to people, and their ability to respond based on whether they like what they see. So for the folks in Isagenix, their business is about to change. New owners come in, new restructure. From what I understand, they've made some additions or changes to the compensation plan that everybody seems to like. So that's good. When you know in advance by the contents of their profile and their daily activity that someone most likely needs and wants what you're selling, the law of numbers works in your favor. When you're talking to a prospect, their answers to some simple questions during a casual conversation will move someone through your qualifying process. And when you qualify your prospects properly, you'll talk to more people about your business, experience less or no rejection, and close more sales. And the law of averages says that if you do something often enough, a ratio will begin to appear. For example, if you talk to 10 qualified prospects and one says yes, then your closing ratio is 1 out of 10. You'll notice that your closing ratio tends to continue as long as you're talking to equally qualified prospects. So if you did a search on LinkedIn for school teachers open to another opportunity, and you pick properly, you're going to close 1 out of 10 or whatever the number is. In sales and marketing, this is referred to as a conversion rate or a closing ratio. The easiest way to increase your numbers is to talk to better qualified prospects, make them 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10, or better. The key for everyone in sales is to keep talking to even more qualified people. Now, the key to success in your business on LinkedIn and Facebook is to first realize that only a certain percentage of the people on LinkedIn and Facebook are going to be predisposed, eager, ready, and willing to talk to you, buy your products, or get into business with you. If you're talking to unqualified prospects, if you're spending hours on Facebook, hours on LinkedIn, and nothing's happening, that's what you get. If you talk to qualified prospects, but you don't ask the best questions, same thing. You want to filter your qualified prospects by asking solid, pre-qualifying questions that will enable you to talk to fewer people, but close more sales. So instead of wasting time reaching out to a bunch of people who will never buy your product, there are simple ways to find them, perfect ways and means of attracting the people who want to buy your products on LinkedIn and Facebook, or get into your business before they're contacted by your competitors and they buy from them instead. If you know in advance that someone's a perfect prospect for what you're selling by the contents of their profile, and you develop a relationship with them before you talk about your business, you'll dramatically reduce your rejection rate, close more sales, build your business faster, and the speed of developing a relationship with someone will blow you away. Because what they see on your profile is what's going to motivate them to want to talk to you. Now, your confidence will increase with each conversation you have as the patterns or the answers to each question you ask become more obvious. For those of you that are timid, for those of you that are shy, you will develop a feeling of invincibility as you qualify or pre-qualify people. Consider each conversation with a prospect as practice. But as you move forward with each conversation, the conversation will move along in a predictable way. When they deviate from your agenda, when they deviate from becoming someone that clearly may not be a prospect for your business, you stop talking to them and talk to other people. Practice makes perfect. So don't practice until you get it right. Practice until you can't get it wrong. You know, it's like learning to surf, learning to ride a bicycle. The more you do it, the better you're going to get. But understand, you're never going to run out of people. Your fear of talking to other people will evaporate the more you practice and talk to more people. And when you talk to more of the right people, your closing ratios increase. And in no time at all, you'll be recruiting like a pro, and your confidence level is going to be off the charts. Asking the right questions fills in the gaps between prospecting and closing. Every time you talk to someone, any place, anywhere, anytime. Last week, we heard from somebody that was using the scripts to closing people that they were meeting in the real world. Face-to-face, on the phone, or online. No more rejection. No more objections. You deal with the objections ahead of time. What you're learning will skyrocket your business to 6, 7, and 8 figures. You're not going to believe how fast this goes. You're really not. Just by changing your profile, just by making yourself more visible to the people that you're already connected to, is magical. Greg is building a Maluka business. Right after our first coaching session, by opening up his settings, by making him more visible, by adding some of the things that he was doing, the people that he was connected to saw him, in many cases for the first time. Listen to what happened to him.
Greg, is that you?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Would you share with everybody what happened?
Well, yes, to be honest, I really thought that this was just a lot of hype. I really did, but I said, well, I'll go ahead and try it anyway. So you got my Facebook profile cover and changed my picture, took some things off, and to my surprise, I got immediately after that 6 friend requests from qualified prospects. It was really amazing, professional people. Got one request from the vice president of the Yamaha Corporation that I used to work with, and it was amazing on that. I got many new people and old people commenting on my new profile page, and I'd never had that before. They liked the profile page. I got 2 people asking me to join my internet business. It was absolutely crazy. They just sent a message and said, Craig, can I join your internet business? the reason why they never knew I had an internet business. You know, I said that I was a music education director, and, you know, I was a wellness educator, and that's it. And then when you went in and changed my header in LinkedIn and changed my intro in Facebook, then it just blew up like crazy. Now, I do have now 4,400 people, and it's just going like crazy. And I love it when I never had people to just come in and ask, may I join your internet business? And I never talked to them before about it, but because my Facebook profile page said that, then whenever they clicked, my introduction or my header showed every time. And one guy said, well, I'm so happy to see all the things that you do. So on all my things that are listed on my header and in my intro, I'm getting responses on all of those. It's just amazing. I never knew something like that would even exist.
Simple change gets you talking to people that you're already connected to.
Correct.
Same thing happened with Lane.
Yeah, so I had been just kind of trusting Max and going step by step through the process. And to be honest, I had this little voice in the back of my head that was saying, this isn't going to work. What are you thinking? But I decided to trust and move forward with the process anyway. And then all of a sudden, just with this profile that you're seeing now, one of my friends that I used to be in another network marketing company with, first of all, he sent me a message, a LinkedIn message, and I guess I didn't see it quick enough. He was so excited to talk to me that he actually picked up the phone within a couple hours later. And he said, what are you doing, Lane? What are you doing? And then we had a conversation, and I said, yeah, I'm with this new company. And next thing you know, within 24 hours, he's now on my team. So I was pretty excited.
You're all heading down the same road. For those of you that already have LinkedIn profiles and Facebook profiles, one simple action can have you talking to people. Posting. Terry made a post and he enrolled 3 people in 2 days. In my first post, 12 conversations, brought in 3 people. It's all about conversation. It's all about you picking who you're going to talk to. And you determine that from the content of their profile. You don't have to talk to everybody. Well, 2 days later, he enrolled 4 more people. Oh man, it's never been this easy before. When you're visible, when your profiles are set up correctly, people will be curious about what you do. The best part of this is you don't have to reach out with an attempt to push your business opportunity on people. Change your picture, talk to the people that respond to your picture change. Al enrolled 3 people his first week. We did 1 coaching session, opened up his settings, sent me this, I enrolled 3 people into my business, 1 business builder and 2 customers. Now, what we want to do is we want to talk to people that have large circles of influence. The more people they know, the faster your business is going to grow. And sure enough, the business builder that he brought in 750 people in the first 15 days of December. Folks, this is the way it works. And it doesn't matter what you're selling. Doesn't matter. Dan was building a network marketing business and his sponsor died. So he changed gears And he started looking for people that would be interested in his cleaning business. He went from struggling financially to making $2 million within a year.
Hey, Dan, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Look, I've heard from a lot of students in the last 2 or 3 days. Last time we spoke, you had used the training that you got from me to expand your franchise business. And I think you said that, now they kind of brought you in, made you a partner.
Yeah, they have actually, Max. Through using your system, one of the things that happened for me is that I learned how to contact people on LinkedIn. And some of those contacts became so powerful that I was able to close a major account with Verizon Wireless that we signed a contract for $20 million. That is to clean cell phone towers. But since then, we've also made contact with people that manage the municipal water towers and water treatment facilities. And in doing so, it just blown up my business. And it's like I said before, I never would have known how to contact people on LinkedIn. I never would have known to even use LinkedIn for that sort of thing if it hadn't been that I came across you through somebody when I was in networking, when I was in network marketing. And I know a lot of people use it for network marketing, but it can be for anything. Just learning how to contact people is the biggest thing. It has been so powerful. It's just unbelievable that last year I was struggling financially. And then by the end of the year and this year, I will make over $2 million. It's unbelievable. It's like unbelievable. It's actually one of those things. It's like one of those things I wasn't sure I believed it until it happened.
And it's going to happen for you. Lewis, again, network marketers have full-time jobs while they're building their business. He used the process in his day job and generated enough new business that he got a promotion. And my favorite story, ending up last year, one of my students, when we first started working together in 2018, he jumped into boot camp. And he also participated in my coaching program. The first month he enrolled 18 people. Then he comes back the next year. He's involved in an insurance project. November and December, their goal was 100 agents. And they accomplished that goal, but they put in a lot more than an hour or two a day. They were participating in a power lead system training we did in October. And this is where we got his story.
Let me open Joel up. I love it when former students come back. Hi, Max. Joel, how are you?
Doing good, doing great.
I love it. I constantly refer to you as, one of my favorite success stories, because Joel here is probably one of the most experienced, talented salespeople I've ever met. This man could sell you anything.
Sweet. See, I like him already.
It's true. We're going to talk a little bit about you. When I was working with you back in 2018, you picked it up right away. You were doing great. And then in 2009, you decided to do this insurance thing. And I never thought that, you had pretty high goals, 100 agents in 2 months. You guys did it. Thrilled that you're here. Now, one thing I want to point out to you, in looking at your profile, I can see your followers. And this was a sly little thing that LinkedIn did where they told you, if you want to make your posts visible to all the things that you do, then what you do is you become a content creator.
Gotcha.
Okay. And we thought when we did that, that was a wonderful thing. And it really was. But then it's kind of like in the middle of the night, on a Friday night, they went in and they changed the deal. And what they did was they replaced your connect button with a follow button. So
Yeah.
we're gonna explain why. And so we need to go back in there and turn that off so that people can connect with you, because they can still see what you're doing.
Yeah, I would like that. But you can also, if you click on more, I think there's a connect button and more.
Well, no, there wouldn't be one for us because we're already connected.
Right, right. I meant if it was a new person.
Right, well, right, but see, the average person doesn't know about that.
That's true. Where do you go in? I don't even know where to go in and turn it off anymore.
If we have time, I'll show you.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you, Max, I want to say thanks so much. This is going to be our first $1 million year on that. We're well on our way. And I just wanted to, I mean, I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for me. I just can't. I really appreciate everything you've done. Just wanted to say that.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
I appreciate that. I mean, I love it when people hit that first $1 million year, but not the last.
No, we're on our way.
No, congratulations. It's funny because I help so many people, but it's nice to hear it. There's a lot of people, I don't hear they hit $1 million until 10 years after they did it. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats, bro. That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
And by the way, what he did, okay, all of you can do, right?
Yeah,
What he did,
absolutely.
all of you can do, because number one, it's not hard, and it's just a matter of following some simple steps. And the one thing that impressed me about Joel right from the beginning, because he's a great salesman, great salespeople know you want to listen more than you talk. And working with him was an absolute pleasure. Joe, why don't you tell everybody what coaching did for you, if you would.
Well, it did so much, I don't know if I can put it into just a few words, but it actually propelled me into the next level. And I think that's what everybody's looking for, being able to come to you and talk to you about what I was doing and just doing the tweaks, just the little things that we miss that the coaching really helped with. I don't know how to even express it. I mean, because even like coming to these things, you do a great job with these, but it's not like the individual coaching where I can ask a personal question on how I actually can make this happen. So it's like you said, we did over 100 agents in 2 months, less than 2 months on that, with your coaching and our work. So it was great.
Again, I want to remind you that they were putting in 14 or 15 hours a
I
day.
mean,
The first month that I started working with Joanne, she doubled her income. Second month, it tripled. And she used the same techniques on her insurance business and did so well that the insurance company that she worked with paid her to teach other agents. $5,000 to give 3 trainings. And in 2021, she gave 4 trainings, picked up an extra 20 grand. There are new prospecting and recruiting tactics that will enable you to start the year with faster results, and new recruiting techniques that will enable you to build an organization and not only build your networking business, but if you want, it'll help you in whatever profession you're in as well. We're going to be introducing new tactics on Sunday night for those of you that are coaching students. Our mastermind session will take place at 1 o'clock East Coast time. If you haven't registered yet, we have a special promotion, 2 boot camps for less than the price of 1. Go to maxsteinhardt.com/twofer. Use the promo code DOUBLE. If you just want to get your feet wet, go to maxsteinhardt.com/bootcamp. Use the promo code BEST DEAL. Our boot camp starts on Thursday, the 12th. This boot camp has 5 sessions, and you can get started immediately because you're going to have access to all the recorded sessions from our December boot camp. maxlineguard.com/twofer or boot camp. Use the promo code double or best deal. Again, for those of you that are coaching students, we'll see you in our mastermind session. Until next time, best of luck in building your business. And folks, let me just say this, that everybody here can easily, in an hour, hour and a half a day, be talking to 20 people. 20 people that you know in advance would be interested in what you're doing. And if you're talking to 100 people a week, statistically, you should be able to close at least 2. If there's anybody that is interested in my coaching program, just type coaching, put your phone number in the chat, and one of my staff members will reach out to you. So until next time, best of luck in building your business. God bless. 2023 is going to be your year.